Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. What I'm looking at is a beer from Burlington Beer Company out of Williston, Vermont. This is Light in the Window. It is a rye IPA clocking in at 5.9% alcohol. And I had a really hard time finding the date on the can, but it is right here on the side of the label. It's just a number code 12/14/23. So it was canned on December 14th, 2023. Not super fresh. Going on 9 months old now. So if the beer's not great, that may be why. But it is a rye IPA, so it may be okay. We'll see. If it's just god awful, maybe I just won't post a review. But I got it at a reputable place, and I've been noticing that this particular brewery, for whatever reason, at multiple locations where they sell this beer, the dates are not super fresh. So I don't know what is going on with that. But that's the way it is with this particular brewery, at least in my area. So I'm going to pour it up. And it's a nice looking beer. Kind of a little bit darker. It is a rye IPA, so not going to be as bright as your New England style. It is hazy and it is orange, but it's a darker orange color. Got a nice finger and a half worth of a creamy white head. It smells pretty good. Getting some lemon citrus, a lot of malt with this. Like some brown bready notes. A little bit of like a pine note from the hops. Lemon, pine, brown bread. That's pretty much it. It doesn't smell bad, but there's really not too much going on with the aroma. And at 5.9%, this is a little on the lighter side. A lot of the IPAs that I've been drinking have been, 6.5 plus. So this is on the lighter side, so the aroma is not going to be as strong, less alcohol. But it smells very pleasant. All right, first beer of the evening. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. A little bit of that rye spice right up front. There's a nice kind of citrus flavor. It's kind of a little lemony, a little citrusy, or tangerine citrus. Then you get those bread notes in the middle of the sip. Not really like toasted bread or toasted malt, but I guess more of like a wheat malt. But the rye spice kind of hits you right up front. That's the initial thing that I picked up on the palate. Wasn't picking that up on the aroma. With rye, it's hard to really detect on the nose. You typically get that little kick from the rye on the flavor profile, and I am with this one. It's very nice. Some of the hops may have faded. Maybe it would be a little bit more piney, a little bit more bitter if it was super fresh. I do get the pine notes on the palate, but it's not super bitter. And actually, that's fine with me because I don't really like the super piney, resinous, more West Coast style IPAs. So maybe the aging on this did it a little good for my personal tasting preferences. But this is an enjoyable beer. It's not something I would buy again. I do like rye lagers. The rye IPAs are kind of hit or miss. This is a hit, but it's not blowing my socks off. It's pretty straightforward. Nice little rye up front with some citrus. Nice kind of wheat bready and slight rye as well with the malt profile. And then on the finish, slight citrus. A little bit of that pine kicks in, but it's not super lingering. It's not super bitter. The body is pretty light. Nice prickly carbonation. I would say the carbonation is more on the medium side. And the finish, it's kind of juicy, citrusy throughout the palate. And then as you swallow it down, the piney kind of hop, slightly resinous notes dry out the palate a little bit. And then it goes away. It's not a lingering finish, so it is inviting in that sense. You want to go back in for another sip. It's an enjoyable beer. I would like to try a fresh can and see the difference, but I do think that this beer has held up well, considering that it's almost 9 months old. As far as the canned on date is concerned, there. Yeah, it's a nice beer. I'm going to give it an 89 out of 100. It's a B plus. It is a great beer, probably better fresh. Nice spice kick right up front. Nice citrus hop profile. A little bit of that piney resinous note on the back end. Bready in the middle. Pretty light overall. It's nice. So 89 out of 100 for the Light in the Window Rye IPA from Burlington Beer Company out of Williston, Vermont. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you had a fresher can of this? And do you think differently than I do? Is it better, super fresh, about the same? What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Let me know. But that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 89 out of 100 for the Light in the Window. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, that'll do it for this beer review. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Till next time, everybody. Cheers.